Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update.
I also plan to have a prelude of the campus process. We started in October. This time we plan to start much earlier than what we did last year. So that's another thing, and a complete training and development program that's going to go end to end till the time these students are not placed. So a complete hand holding with them across their journeys and even once they are through.
When we talk about B school admissions, one thing that crosses the mind of students for sure is the placement figures. Along with the kind of roles and opportunities they would receive to the salary they would draw, considerations do take place while making a choice of their preferred B school. But along with the numbers, it is also important to understand the wide array of companies that come on campus to pick these students up. Today, I welcome Pooja, Shreya, and Ashima, three final year students of IMT Nagpur in this conversation, along with the placement head Vidya Srinivas, to understand placements better at IMT Nagpur. Pooja, I'll start with you. You did your BCom from Calcutta, and then you decided that you wanted a B school to pursue finance. How do you think that this shift happened in your life?
Finance as a field has always intrigued me, and as a BCom graduate in accounting and finance, I always had the basic knowledge of accounting. So, in order to pursue PGDM finance, it came naturally. It would help me expand my knowledge further into the corporate world.
Right. Share for you as well, like Pooja, you were also a BCom grad, and then, you worked with companies like American Express and KPMG. From there, what was the need to, do an MBA? Why did you decide on do that?
I really wanted to explore the area of marketing, and I thought, as a somebody having an experience of 2.5 years into finance, it will definitely take me, an atmosphere that could actually give me on-the-job training of marketing. So communication was actually one of my strengths, and I wanted to, use it in making my career. And then mixed with numbers and my on the job or maybe on the classroom live learning, so I could explore more options and expand my career horizon.
Ashima, for you, unlike Pooja and Shreya here, number crunching was not something that you were looking at. You were always interested in marketing. From that perspective to, deciding on joining IMT Nagpur, how did that decision come into being for you?
I have been a marketing enthusiast and I've also had experience in the same field. And that was one of the main reasons why I chose this program, because I believe that I would get a better understanding of the marketing concepts, as well as I would get an idea of how I'm supposed to be creative and do this with the necessary simplicity. I would get a better idea about that.
Pooja, I'll come back to you. Tell us a little bit about the internship experiences as a part of IMT Nagpur.
At IMT, we have a pool of companies that come in with diverse roles for summer internship. And I was fortunate enough to secure my internship at one of the fastest growing NBFCs in India. But my happiness was short lived as my offer got revoked owing to COVID-19. However, IMT's brand name and the corporate connections that we have built over the years helped me secure another internship in restructuring and valuation firm. There, I gained experience in financial modeling, process advisory, and credit dispersal schemes of RBI. One of the finest internship experiences, coupled with finance courses during my PGDM, boosted my confidence and prepared me for final placements well in advance. So this has been a key highlight of my MBA journey at IMT Nagpur.
I'll come to you, Shreya. Your internship experiences also were something that, you figured out different dimensions and different verticals that you want to venture into. What worked in your favor in this internship, if you may have to highlight and go back to the time?
I got my offer from the Hackett Group. It is an IT solution provider. It's a big corporate, and thankfully my offer was honored, and I got to work with them for 3 months. there I actually involved myself into interacting directly with the customers. So I was into the B2C domain. At the time of where there was actually crisis in the market, I could actually ground level speak to the customers and understand their needs. I think that is what worked in my favor, and I actually understood what's happening in the market and how can we go about the situation. So honestly, I actually learned about how do you still continue marketing your product, or maybe change and evolve your product at the time of crisis as well.
Ashima, you mentioned that marketing is something that you were very passionate about from the very beginning. From there to doing an internship with Bata as part of the IMT Nagpur student, how did that whole experience adds up to your understanding and learning of that space?
So my internship with Bata was basically about franchising, and doing and working with franchising during a lockdown was a completely different experience.
Right.
And then again, I got a first-hand experience in knowing my customer or my target audience and understanding and communicating with them in a total different respect. And I could gather the minute nuances of what they wanted, what were their needs, and what were their expectations, and how am I supposed to fulfill them to the best of my ability. So all of these gaps which I had in my professional career were fulfilled by this internship.
Vidya, I was intrigued in knowing that this year things were completely different from the years that we have all seen in the MBA space, in any other space to reckon. How would you think that the preparedness of IMT Nagpur made you guys steer through these challenging times, and what was the kind of unique uh, ideas or ways you come up with to ease this whole process?
Well, IMT Nagpur has been a brand by itself, and they have been the forerunners in the MBA domain, MBA space. And when COVID hit us, we were all geared up, we were all prepared. The first thing that we did is we moved immediately in terms of moving our students to an online pedagogy, and the students were abreast with the current domain knowledge. We had a lot of guest speakers coming in virtually and training our students. We had alumni putting a lot of effort in training and grooming the students. Also, I would like to mention that there was a strong support by the student fraternity within themselves. They were learning new skills. They were adapting to new technologies. They were doing a lot of new courses online, which actually topped up the vanilla program that we serve.
This time around, how was it for you guys when you actually were part of the final placements? Were you also scared or worried that there might not be enough opportunities, and we might not end up getting the roles that we always wanted to?
My final placement was it took an entire week, and before the interviews and everything, yes, there was a bit of hesitation or worry about how do I get it, but our placement cell was extremely helpful, and they kind of made us relaxed and calm down in the entire situation. Being it online, they were always available for us under any situations, and they were ready to resolve our queries and everything. And we had our placement committee members giving us assurances about what is going to happen next, and you will have opportunities and everything. So I wouldn't say there was a lot of frenzy with it. Yes, a little bit of worry there was.
Pooja, Ashima mentioned quite a few times about the placement cell, and you were part of the placement committee at IMT Nagpur. Tell us a few things about what placement committee actually does to help students get through that fear, get through that being unsure about a particular company or a particular role that they are getting into.
At placement committee, what matters to us most is to get the students placed in the best companies and the best management roles. And so to beat all odds of COVID-19, we started preparing for the placement season early last year. Each student were provided assistance in building their resume, ebooks to revisit concepts of their specialization, modules to assess their preparedness. There were mock GDs and a series of aptitude tests, boot camps hosted by the faculty members, and mock interviews with alumni. All of these helped most of us get accustomed to the placement process, which was virtual, and gain confidence for the D-Day.
Absolutely. And Vidya, you have also started your journey quite recently with IMT Nagpur. I would like to know, the kind of experience that you are carrying on your shoulder, and what are the kind of things that you want to implement at IMT Nagpur, and what should students look forward to in the future when it comes to placements?
For me, student has always been a priority, whichever organization I have worked with. And I feel we have to be extremely agile and dynamic in terms of building a career for the student. So what you did last year cannot be the same strategy this year. You have to really work along with the industry that is moving around. So the few things that I have thought of is a complete psychometric test that I plan for the students, and a pre interview or pre mock tests for these students before they are industry ready, before the company comes in. I also plan to have a prelude of the campus process. We started in October. This time we plan to start much earlier than what we did last year. So that's another thing, and a complete training and development program that's going to go end to end till the time these students are not placed. So a complete hand holding with them across their journeys, and even once they are through.
Shreya, I'll move to you. Being part of the IMT Nagpur, what are the kind of skills that you learned? You said that, you were always into finance, and then in your summer internships, you had to do something related to marketing and operations, which you were not prepared of.
I think the first and the foremost thing that I acquired as a skill or maybe learned at IMT Nagpur was the confidence to put forward my ideas. And that could only come when you're very thorough with the concepts, you're very thorough with your classroom learning. And I believe that the faculty here played a very important role in doing so. So I was actively involved with most of the faculties, and it was not just in the classroom, otherwise as well.
Right. From there to, joining Scalar Academy, which deals with, building skills for people, which I think is the keyword or the buzzword in the last 1 year that we have heard during the lockdown, when people took up a lot of courses, when they're upskilling themselves for the future that's coming. How do you think, that journey is going to be from here for you?
So, if I would want to explain in the most simplest terms, what Scalar Academy does is Scalar Academy is an upskillment platform which helps software developers to upskill themselves. So now, like you understand, I have come from a finance background. Getting into marketing, I mean, it's like my first job. So understanding the technical nuances of the job and marketing as well. So it has been a journey of my lifetime already in a month. So the dynamism sort of a thing that actually a journey of an MBA teaches you. Like every day you're doing a different subject, every day you're getting involved into a different sort of a case study. Every case study is new, every day is new, every subject is actually getting you prepared for something different, for some different problem in that might come, you face in your career. So I think that is something which is actually helped me prepare for a journey at Scalar Academy, and still now it has been a great experience.
Right. For you, Pooja, you'll be joining Crisil soon. How are you planning on taking this new role, new journey in your life?
So, CRISIL is an S&P global company which is known for innovation and leadership. It has always been my dream company, like any other finance student. And I express my sincere gratitude to placement committee for bringing this opportunity to campus. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been possible. And IMT Nagpur's extensive academic program, ranging from corporate lectures, workshops, live projects, internships, all of these equipped me with nuances which are actually necessary to crack an interview for a student. Together with this, the peer diversity and interaction with alumni and other people working in CRISIL today helped me embrace my first job more confidently.
Thank you very much for sharing your stories of these 2 years. How it has been, and what were the kind of learning curve that you have had. I wish you all the very best for your future careers. This is a very new phase of your life that you are entering in. All the very best in all the kind of challenges that you take up in the future.